It's week 4 of the NFL. And coming up, it's Nakobe Dean, who really led his defense last week with a 10-tackle game. It's the Vikings and the Panthers, and it's coming up next.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're... Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
This one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the third-year man, here's Kenneth Gainwell. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. He was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 24 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Panthers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defense.
Well, we know how difficult it is to slow down Derrick Henry. That time they went to the face mask, and that's a pretty easy call.
They're just trying to figure out any way possible to get him down, but you just have to wonder if that might make him just a little bit madder. He already runs angry, and that's when he's in a good mood.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or check down throw on third down. Sometimes you just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He completes it to Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 20-yard line.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Edwards. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Myers' kick is good. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
That opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Shotgun now with Purdy. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Gainwell going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Purdy off the play fake. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Zay Jones with an amazing diving catch. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, Lawrence pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On the counter, it's Henry. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Xavier McKinney, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Purdy on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. There's the stiff arm. Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And Jones will go in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And space tough to come by there, as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Throwing here, Purdy. Got Dobbs over the middle. Touchdown, Vikings! Romeo Dobbs, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Panthers about ready to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And now off to the races down the right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 52 yards rushing forward in the game now on 14 carries.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. No whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Lawrence. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Inside handoff. Henry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's the big fellas MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are back within a score.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Brock Purdy and the offense back out there. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patrick. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. 2nd and 10. And to throw again is Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll check this one. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Myers' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
His offense was staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear for from his side, though. Never doubt for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him out of the ground before he does any damage.
85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Running left is Edwards. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence.
A quick throw, but incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive in the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
This taken in right around the goal line.
Fights off the tackle at the 20.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They go play action here. Purdy
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Panthers.
Purdy now to throw.
He'll get this one to Patrick, and they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
1st down, Minnesota.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 28. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Bigsby once more.
They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
A gain of 1 yard. And the Vikings first down.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball start.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Purdy from the gun. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Zay Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 93 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Lawrence will throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Samuel with a catch, and he's still the gold standard for receivers getting work out of the backfield, even if his numbers fell in 2022. Most yards, carries among NFL receivers, over 850 total yards for him in 2022. Not too shabby since he only played 13 games.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run. As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it, to see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The big bank, Derrick Henry, held out of the end zone. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped. And they got it done on that play.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. 2nd down and 6 now. Now Purdy. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Take it in at the 22. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Lawrence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Lawrence's throw there complete to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a 1st, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So at 3, all told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing, and that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That's complete to Downs.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
They run behind center and gain 1.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Purdy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. On first down, Lawrence.
That's Samuel, caught left side. There he goes left side.
Still going. He may go. Deebo Samuel.
Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it up to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers is gone.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A handoff running left, Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Purdy. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Brings up second down and 5 yards to go.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Now, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Purdy will look to throw again here. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Purdy. Got his man. It's Gainwell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
There's that man again. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Bigsby. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. This is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Purdy, big 4th down play. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns, 2:14 to play. They're down to 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning, so speed will certainly be of the essence. Down 2 scores late. On 1st down, Purdy. Jones has it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Purdy's throw pulled in by Hopkins. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Now Purdy. And this one's going to sail on him a bit, and it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's 1st and 10. Purdy. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. To throw is Purdy. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Carolina, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.